Hello and welcome to Disha's official YouTube channel. This is Ruchi presenting daily news analysis. Chandrayaan-2 Chandrayaan-2, hovering over the moon, has found new developments on the hot outermost layer of the bright star known as corona. These include abundances of magnesium, aluminium, and silicon in the solar corona. Around 100 microflares were observed, providing new insights about coronal mass heating. Chandrayaan-2 mission. The Chandrayaan-2 mission, which was lost after it hard landed on the dark side of the moon in 2019, remains active in the form of its orbiter hovering over the moon. Scientists used the Solar X-ray Monitor, that is XSM, on board Chandrayaan-2 in September 2019 to study the Sun. The primary objective of Chandrayaan-2 was to demonstrate the ability to soft land on the lunar surface and operate a robotic rover on the surface. The mission consisted of an orbiter of the moon, Vikrant, named after Vikram Sarabhai, which is the lander, and Pragyan, meaning wisdom, the rover, all equipped with scientific instruments to study the moon. Takathon 2021. Recently, the Prime Minister of India urged people to be vocal for local toys while interacting with the participants at the Takathon in 2021. As a joint initiative by the Ministry of Education, WCD, that is Women and Child Development Ministry, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Textile Ministry, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and All India Council for Technical Education, it was launched on 5th of January 2021. Aim: to promote India as a global toy manufacturing hub, to objectify inventive toys based on the Indian value system which will generate moral values and positive behavior among the children. Features: it is based on Indian culture and ethos, local folklore and heroes, and Indian value systems. It promotes 9 themes, including fitness and sports, and rediscovering the traditional Indian toys. Students, teachers, startups, and toy experts can participate and get prizes up to 50 lakhs. Agristack, the new digital push in agriculture. A memorandum of understanding with Microsoft to run a pilot program for 100 villages in 6 states. The MOU requires Microsoft to create a unified farmer service interface through its cloud computing services. This comprises a major part of the ministry's plan of creating Agristack, which is a collection of technology-based interventions in agriculture on which everything else will be built. About Agristack. It is a collection of technologies and digital databases that focuses on farmers and the agricultural sector. Agristack will create a unified platform for farmers to provide them end-to-end services across the agricultural food value chain. It is in line with the Centre's Digital India program aimed at providing a broader push to digitalize data in India, from land titles to medical records. The government is also implementing the National Land Records Modernization Program, that is NRLMP. Under the program, each farmer will have a unique digital identification, that is Farmer's ID, that contains personal details, information about the land they farm, as well as production and financial details. Each ID will be linked to the individual's digital national ID Aadhaar. Potential benefits: problems such as inadequate access to credit and information, pest infestation, crop wastage, poor price discovery, and yield forecasting can be sufficiently addressed by the use of digital technology. It will also fuel innovation and breed investment towards the agricultural sector and augment research towards more resilient crops. African swine fever. Nagaland has not reported fresh cases of African swine flu in the last 2 weeks. The disease was first reported in November-December 2019 from the areas of China bordering Arunachal Pradesh. Earlier in April 2020, there were reported deaths of pigs due to the classical swine fever, that is CSF. It is a highly contagious and fatal animal disease that infects and leads to an accurate form of hemorrhagic fever in domestic and wild pigs. Other manifestations of the disease include high fever, depression, anorexia, loss of appetite, hemorrhages in the skin, vomiting, and diarrhea among others. It was first detected in Africa in 1920s. Historically, outbreaks have been reported in Africa and parts of Europe, South America, and the Caribbean. However, more recently, since 2007, the disease has been reported in multiple countries across Africa, Asia, and Europe in both domestic and wild pigs. The mortality is close to 100%, and since the fever has no cure, the only way to stop its spread is by culling the animals. ASF is not a threat to human beings since it only spreads from animals to other animals. ASF is a disease listed in the World Health Organization for Animal Health, that is OIE, Terrestrial Animal Health Code, and thus reported to the OIE. Ambergris. Recently, the Mumbai police has arrested 5 people and seized nearly 9 kgs of ambergris. Ambergris, French for the grey amber, is generally referred to as the whale vomit. It is a solid waxy substance originating in the intestine of the sperm whale. Ambergris is produced only by an estimated 1% of the sperm whales. Chemically, ambergris contains alkaloids, acids, and a specific compound known as membrane, which is similar to cholesterol. It floats around the surface of the water body and at times settles on the coast. Because of its high value, it is referred to as floating gold. 1 kilogram of ambergris is worth rupees 1 crore in the international market. INS Vikrant, first indigenous aircraft carrier. Recently, India's Defence Minister reviewed the ongoing work on the indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, that is IAC-1, which is a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. INS Vikrant is likely to be commissioned in 2022. At present, India has only one aircraft carrier, the Russian origin INS Vikramaditya. Earlier, the Defence Acquisition Council, that is DAC, approved issuance of request for proposal, that is RFP, for 6 advanced submarines for the Indian Navy under the Project 75I. The vessel to be named Vikrant after the decommissioned maiden carrier of the Navy. It will have an air component of 30 aircrafts comprising of MiJ-29K fighter jets, Kamov 31 airborne early warning helicopters, and the soon-to-be inducted MH-60R multi-role helicopters, besides the indigenous advanced light helicopters. It is expected to have a top speed of 30 knots, which is approximately 55 km per hour, and is propelled by 4 gas turbines. Its endurance is 7,500 nautical miles at 18 knots, that is 32 km per hour speed. The shipborne weapons include Barak LR-SAM and AK-630, while it has MFST-AR and RAN-40L, 3D radars as sensors. The vessel has a Shakti EW, that is Electronic Warfare Suite. It has a pair of runways and a short takeoff but arrest and recovery system to control aircraft operations. Thank you.